Hello everyone, it's Carrie at Inky Bee Journals and Ephemera. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time visiting my channel, hello and welcome to you. Thank you for coming along. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for returning. I really do appreciate it. So today we are doing part 5 of the Easy Book Page Pocket series. And today we are working on a corner triple pocket. And there are 3 versions of this. This one, and this one. If you have not seen parts 1 to 4 of this series so far, I will put a link in the description box below, all the way at the bottom. And that will be a link that will take you directly to the playlist titled Ephemera Ideas, and you can find all the parts to this series so far in that playlist. You will also find today's video and other future videos for this series in that playlist for the future. So today I will be making 3 of these because I feel that people, with repetition, people learn a bit easier, because once you've done about 3 of something, you generally start to get the hang of how things are put together. So I will be doing 3. I am using regular novel book pages. Now, I haven't destroyed a book that somebody was going to use. I bought a book at one of my local charity shops. They were going to throw it in the bin, so I offered them a donation and I took the book off their hands. So all I've done is the pages are a little bit ragged on the edge, so I've just used my paper trimmer to cut those edges straight. The size of the pages you will need doesn't really matter. What will change is the overall size of your pocket. Now, the pages that I am using are approximately, I've got a note here, are approximately 5 3/4 in width. 5 3/4 in width by about 9 inches in height. Now that will be a little bit different with each of them in the width, because they all needed to be cut at different spots. But if your pages are bigger, it just means that your pocket will be bigger. If your pages are smaller than mine, it just means your pocket will be smaller than what I have. Now, okay, so the next thing we need to do is get started. So I'll move these aside. So I'm going to start with my page facing this way. And all I'm going to do is take the top left-hand corner and fold it down to make a triangle. So what we need to look for is that the point of the triangle at the top right-hand side and the point of the triangle in the bottom left-hand corner are as sharp as they can be, and that this edge is straight as you can get it. So bring the top piece as flush to this side as you can. Once you've got that as close as you can manage to get it, then you can crease it down. And I'm just using my fingers to start with, and then I'm going to go over it with my bone folder just to burnish down that crease. Now, if you are interested in this bone folder, this is an ergonomic bone folder, and it's great for those of us who have arthritis because it's a little less taxing on your hands. It came in a pack of 4 different ones, so if you are interested, I will link this in the description box below if you are interested in checking that out. So once we have this first triangle done, the next thing we do is we flip it over to the other side. Then we take the bottom piece and we fold it up. Now, when you fold it up, you need to keep this edge level, and before you crease it down, you need to have it level with the bottom of the triangle that's on the other side. Once you have that level, or as close to level as you can manage and as straight as you can manage, then you can crease that all the way along. And I'm going to just run over that crease again with my bone folder. Then I'm going to open this up and I'm going to turn the whole thing back over to the other side again. Then I'm going to take that bottom that we just folded and we're going to fold it back up again, just like that. Then we're going to take the top left-hand corner, and just like we did with the first triangle, we take the top left-hand corner and we fold it down to make another triangle. Again, we need to make sure this corner is nice and sharp and that the bottom is flush across the bottom here. And once you think you have that nice and straight, then you can crease that along. Try to get this whole edge along here as even as you can. I'm just going to run my bone folder over that crease. Then we can open this, and then open this. The next thing we need to do is glue our pockets. So we don't need to glue across the bottom here because this piece will come up and seal off the bottom of that pocket. So we only need to glue down this edge. So I'm going to get my glue. Now I've got my glue in this clear container because I like to see how much glue I have left. This is the glue that I'm using. This is Art Glitter Glue. It is designed for paper crafters. Now, you do not have to use this glue. If you are looking for a glue to use to make these with book pages or to use on any sort of paper and cardstock and whatnot, you need to find a glue that is suitable for bonding those materials or those items. I do suggest you find something that doesn't have a really high water content. Now this does have a water base in it, but it is not a high water content. And the reason I suggest that is because when you glue, you might find that some papers will soak up the glue really quickly and actually cause a wrinkling effect where you want a nice straight glued edge. Some people embrace that wrinkle and others don't like it, so that's a personal choice. However, some glues may soak through your paper enough to actually cause it to tear, and that can damage your project, so you might not want that. If you are interested in this glue, I will link this in the description box below if you'd like to go and check that out. So we are just going to glue from this corner down to this horizontal line that we made across here. And we're just going to glue along that edge. I can get my glue to start. And then we can fold this over and we can press that glue down. And I'm just going to run my bone folder over that glue area just to help flatten that glue out and press that glue in. Then we can fold this up and we can glue down this edge here. So I'm just going to glue from here down to this corner. Like that. And I'm just going to press that glue down with my bone folder, and I'm just going to reinforce this crease line here. Then we're going to glue this pocket down. So we don't glue here because this is our space for our pocket area. So all we need to do is glue along this bottom edge. And if you're not sure, when you flip it up, if you're not sure where you're gluing, just look at it in the way that you want to glue it down and just make a mental note of which edge that you actually need to glue. So when you flip it back up, you're gluing down this side. From the corner at the top to the corner in the bottom left. And then you can fold that over and you can glue that down. I had a blocked glue nozzle and I've cleaned it so well that it's actually pouring out a lot more than I really want it to. So that's basically your pocket finished. That's pocket number 1. If you like leaving it like this, that is perfectly fine. If you think this will fit in this shape, if you think it will fit in your journal page comfortably, you can leave it like this. If you don't like these points and you would like to have yours looking like this, where it's flat on the top and the bottom edges, then you can always cut the edge. Well, you can do it 2 ways. You can fold these edges over like this, and then you can glue it down. However, if you do that, you will create extra bulk, and sometimes that doesn't let your pocket sit very well. So the other alternative is, which is what I'm going to show you, is you can draw yourself a line with a ruler if you like, or you can get a ruler and a craft knife and cut across here and down here, or you can just get your scissors and eyeball it, and I'm just going to cut about there, and I'm going to turn this around so that it's the right angle for me, and I'm going to eyeball this one, and I'm just going to cut here. And I'm just going to put these in the recycle. And then there's our pocket. Now you will find when you cut that you will have this open space here. Now you could, if you wanted to, leave that and use it as a tiny little tuck spot. And you will also have a couple of open spots here. There's one there, and then there's one on the other side just here. So I don't know if you can see that, but there is 2 here. Again, you can leave them open if you like, but I tend to just run a bead of glue on the inside here, if I can get it to run. And I just seal those off. And I'll do the same on this piece. Run a bead of glue here, and I can get it open. I'll run a bead of glue here, and I will seal those off as well. And there is your pocket. So we'll do another one because I did cut those off and I haven't left it like this. So I'll do another one and just leave it as the corner piece. So we fold this over from the top left hand corner. Of course you can always start from the top right hand corner. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. It might depend on which way you want your pocket to face. So we just line this edge up nice and straight. We keep a nice sharp corner at the top here, and we make a nice sharp corner down here when we have a level fold. And then we flip it over, we fold this up, keeping it straight along this edge, and we try and even it out to the bottom of the triangle on the other side. And then we open this up, we fold it back over the other side, and we fold it back up this way. And I'm just going to run my bone folder over that crease line. And then we can get the top left hand corner again, and we can fold this down to another triangle, making sure that we make this corner nice and sharp and that it's even along the bottom. And I'm just going to run my bone folder over that crease line. And then all we need to do is open this up and glue our pockets. So we're going to glue along the top edge here. Just like that. And then we're going to glue along here. So I'm just going to run over that with my bone folder, and then we need to glue our last pocket here, and we're only gluing across the bottom. So we go from this corner down to the bottom corner, and we fold that over like that, and I'm just going to run my bone folder over that blue area. So there is our corner pocket again. So you have pocket here, you have a pocket in here, and when you glue it down on the side and the bottom, you have this big pocket area here. So the third one is a pocket where it faces the other way around. So your side pocket is actually on this side, and then you still have your pocket here, and when you glue down here and you glue down here, you have this pocket here. So how do we make the pocket on the other side? Well, it's pretty simple. All you do is you start from the top right hand corner instead of the top left hand corner, and you do exactly the same thing as we did before. You make a big triangle, you try and get the point here as sharp as you can manage, and level along this side, and then you crease that down. And I'm just going to burnish that with my bone folder. Then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to fold the bottom up. I'm going to line this edge up and line the bottom up with the bottom of the triangle on the other side, as much as I can manage to. Then I'm opening that up. I'm turning it back over this side so we can see our triangle. And I'm flipping this back up. And your edge should still be nice and flush down this side. And I'm just going to burnish that bottom crease. And again, we take the top right hand corner and we fold it down to make another triangle. We make sure this bottom corner is nice and sharp and you are flush across the bottom. And then we crease down. And I'm just going to run over that crease with my bone folder. And then again, we can just glue our pocket. So again, if you're not sure where you're gluing, we are gluing down this side, so when we open it, we need to glue across the top. So I'm just going to turn it this way because it's a little bit easier. Remembering that we don't really need to glue across the bottom. Now you can glue across the bottom if you want to, but it's not really necessary because we're actually sealing this off when we fold this up. So I'm just going to run over that glue with my bone folder. Then when we fold this up, we need to seal this side again. So I'm just going to run my glue along this edge. And seal that up. And then we're just going to seal this pocket here, and we're only sealing it across the bottom. So we go from the top corner here down to the bottom corner, and then we fold this over and we seal that along the bottom. Then if you want to cut the edges, the corners at the top and the bottom, you can. So I'm just going to estimate it again, approximately there. And I'm going to turn it this way and cut approximately there. And then if you want to, you can glue these spaces in, or you can leave them as pockets, like tiny little tucks. So there you go. Now if you want to, you can glue up this little part here, or you can just leave it open as part of getting things in and out of this pocket here, but that is up to you. So that is our 3 pockets out of 1 corner triple pocket. So we have the big triangle, which you can cut the edges off, and you have a left and a right pocket like that. Now if you wanted to, you can overlap these a little bit like that. And you can glue across the bottom. And then if you turn this over and you glue down the sides and across the bottom, you actually can create 5 pockets, because you will have a pocket here, a pocket here, and then you will have a pocket here and here. And when you've glued it down to your page, you will also have this pocket down here. And you could put something quite a bit wider in there if you wanted to, because you've got all this space across to either side. Now, because we've glued the way that we have in these pockets and we don't have gussets, it does mean you won't be able to fit a big sort of 3D chunky sort of tag or anything in these pockets. But you lose approximately 1/8 of an inch along the edges. Any edges where you've glued, you will lose that little bit of real estate in your pocket. But that's all right, because they're generally only designed for smaller things anyway, for these little pockets. I wouldn't want to put a tag any bigger than about this in those little pockets. But again, your pocket sizes will depend on the size of the book page that you start with. So there are our 3 pockets for today, and it will be like that. And like that. So I hope you will give them a go. They may seem a little bit confusing with the first one, but the second and the third hopefully will be a little bit easier for you. I won't be decorating these today, because when I go to use them in a journal and I know what the theme of that journal is going to be, then I will decorate them according to the theme of the journal. You can decorate yours however you wish. So I hope you will give these a go. But for now, I'll leave the video there. If you haven't already, please consider giving me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell so that YouTube can send you a notification when I upload new videos for you. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you later. Bye.